the penalties are either, you can choose not to offer coverage at all. I know a couple people that say, I am not offering health coverage, screw this, I'm out of it, $200, happy shopping. That's actually what they said, yes. So, fine, no problem. All that company has to do is if one of their employees, this is the condition, if one of their employees goes into a state exchange and buys coverage with a subsidy, they qualify for a subsidy. In other words, they don't earn $1 million or something. If just one person does that, then we just go back to my happy little employer and we say, how many full-time employees do you have? He says, 100. And they say, okay, fine. You owe us a penalty of 100 employees minus 30. Now we're getting into complicated math for a lawyer. 100 minus 30, so now I'm at 70 times $2,000 a year is what this translates to. So basically 70 times $2,000 a year is what, $140,000? You got the right zeros? So $140,000 a year that guy now owes in penalties on top of the $200 he was throwing to his employees because he was sending them on happy shopping. So that's one choice you have. And that applies either no coverage or you offer coverage, but remember my little, yeah, we'll just offer like chiropractic only and 3 visits. You know, it's got to satisfy some certain minimum levels. And you could talk with your account executives about what you need to do to satisfy those rules. So I think most people are onto the, okay, we already provide health coverage and we're going to continue to provide that. So that brings you down here. If you offer coverage, but it either does not satisfy the minimum value rules, that's that whole 60% actuarial number you hear about, or it's not affordable, that's the 9.5% of household income, then for any employee who goes to the exchange and buys coverage with a subsidy, so once again, not the guy earning $1 million, ones that qualify for the subsidy, for each of those employees, you owe $3,000 a year in penalties. So our guy that had the 100 employees, he goes and offers a so-so coverage, but he says, you know what, it's going to cost you guys $1,000 a month in premiums. He offered coverage, so he's not up here, he's down here. It's not affordable for a certain portion of his employees. So now let's say out of those 100 employees, 40 go buy in the exchange and qualify for a subsidy. I probably made this too complicated now on myself for math, but so 40 times 3,000, now we're at your, what's that, 120,000. He saved 20,000 on that. So now you're at 120,000 in penalties. Does that make sense? I think a lot of people get confused that, so you count all employees for that purpose, and you only count the employees that went out and bought in the exchange for that purpose. So you can see how, and in all events, if you're down here and you offer coverage, your penalty can never exceed what you would have owed if you'd chosen not to offer coverage altogether.